This video is sponsored by RKTF University, Radisson Blue. Former US President Donald Trump announced that he will meet with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu this week at his Florida estate. Netanyahu, who arrived in Washington on Monday, is on a multi-day visit and is scheduled to address a joint session of Congress and meet separately with President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. The death toll from two landslides in southern Ethiopia has risen to 229, with the search for survivors and casualties counting. Heavy rain caused the first landslide in Gofa Zone, southern Ethiopia regional state, on Sunday night, followed by a second landslide on Monday morning that buried people who had gathered to help. US Vice President Kamala Harris, the presumptive Democratic nominee, leads Republican nominee Donald Trump by 2% in the latest presidential race survey. According to the Reuters Ipsos survey, 44% of voters favor Harris, while 42% favor Trump. Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina defended her decision to enforce a curfew with a shoot-on-sight order after violent clashes between police and protesters. On Tuesday, Hasina stated that the tough measures were necessary to ensure the security of lives and properties. Sunday, July 21 was the hottest day ever recorded according to preliminary data from the European Union's Copernicus Climate Change Service, which has tracked global weather patterns since 1940. The global average surface air temperature reached 17.9 degrees Celsius, surpassing the previous record of 17.08 degrees Celsius set last July, as heat waves affected large parts of the United States, Europe, and Russia. US President Joe Biden announced that he will address the nation on July 24 at 8 p.m. ET, marking his first speech since quitting the presidential race on Sunday. In a post on X, Biden stated, "Tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. ET, I will address the nation from the Oval Office on what lies ahead and how I will finish the job for the American people." Secret Service Chief Kimberly Shiertzel resigned on Tuesday, and bipartisan pressure over lapses leading to the attempted assassination of former US President Donald Trump. Now, Shiertzel announced her resignation in an email to Secret Service staff, according to Associated Press. Fatah and Hamas, the rival Palestinian factions, signed a declaration on Tuesday to form a unity government amid the ongoing Israel war. The two groups reached the agreement after negotiations in China, ending a decades-old rift. The Beijing Declaration was signed during the closing ceremony of a reconciliation dialogue involving 14 Palestinian factions held in China's capital from July 21 to 23.
इस तरह RKTF विश्वविद्यालय राज्य और देश के आधुनिक और उच्च विश्वविद्यालयों में से एक है।
RKTF University, ये है RKTF University.
RKTF University, a world-class university. Education glorifies nation.
The Indian government unveiled its annual budget yesterday, emphasizing a significant stimulus for importing critical minerals essentials for the electronics manufacturing and startup sectors. This move is pivotal for India's burgeoning electronic vehicle industry, which relies heavily on these minerals for battery production and other key components. The Ministry of External Affairs has been allocated a significant budget of Rs 22,154 crore for the fiscal year 2024-25 in the Union Budget, up from last year's Rs 18,050 crore. This substantial increase underscores India's strategic ambition to enhance its global influence and bolster its position as a leading voice among developing nations, the Global South. The government proposed a full exemption from customs duties for 3 cancer medicines in the Union Budget for 2024-25. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced a relief measure in a bid to ease the financial burden on cancer patients. Google has reversed its decision to eliminate cookies from its Chrome web browser, ending a 4-year effort aimed at enhancing user privacy. This sudden change comes after significant pushback from advertisers and regulators. The Qatar Investment Authority has sought the Karnataka High Court's intervention to force Baiju Ravindran, founder of Byju's, to disclose and block the transfer of his personal assets. This move comes as Ravindran faces mounting issues with his struggling tech startup. iPhone maker Apple is believed to be the biggest beneficiary of a 5% reduction in import duty on mobile phones, and the move could lead to savings of as much as USD 35 to 50 million for the tech titan, market experts said on Tuesday. Amid party dissent, Shiromani Akali Dal chief Sukhbir Singh Badal dissolved the party's core committee on Tuesday. Rebel leader Gurpratap Singh Wadala criticized the move as a dictatorial order, accusing Badal of trying to sideline those advocating for change after the party's poor performance in the recent Lok Sabha elections in Punjab. An encounter broke out between security forces and terrorists in Kashmir's Kupwara region on Tuesday. The security forces were able to establish contact with the infiltrators while the operation was still underway.